super frustrated. Was super excited to come home from work and unbox the new shelves and put them on the wall. But when they got here, I realized that they're not a pure white like I thought they were. They're actually like a, almost like a white, like wood color. Looking back at the photos on Amazon though, it is 100% my fault. If you're zoomed out looking at it, they look pure white. But if you zoom in, you can definitely tell that they have this kind of texture on them. That's my bad. I'm going to probably just spray paint them and it's not gonna be too bad. All right, but the plan for right now though is to use these yellow poster boards that I have here to trace the exact size and shape of these shelves so we can put them on the wall, see exactly where they're gonna go, make sure everything is centered before we start screwing and putting holes in the wall. Also, got some command strips to put all of these up. This is a stack of our fan art from our lovely, lovely viewers. These are so sick. We used to have them up above us. Some of them you could see, some of them you couldn't see. They were always like a little out of frame. Megan had the brilliant idea to make the wall that direction a fan art wall. So we're gonna cover it with all these fan art that we have framed. Might even print some more out. I got that in my throat. Print some. Megan's giving me a look. I ate a almond bar and I have almond in my throat. Is that better?
Don't say that.
Whatever. We're gonna make this whole thing a fan art wall. Might even add some new pieces of art, get some new frames, but we're gonna try to do that. And the stencils on the wall tonight before I have to go back to work in the morning. All right, the shelves are up and they don't look too bad. It was the stencils that really helped a lot, like hanging those up. Everything looks really, really good. The white wood's not even bothering us that much. We talked about it. We still might paint it, we might not. It looks good. The only thing really left to do, oh, we also hung up the shelf and added some manga here. Have a couple facing out. Steel ball run, gotta face that out. You know what I'm saying? Best JoJo part, my favorite JoJo part. The only thing really left to do is to get all of the fan art that you guys have sent us and that we've printed out on the fan art wall. The light is kind of blocking the wall at the moment. I literally woke up at the butt fuck of dawn, stubbed my toe. I feel my swollen pinky in my shoe right now. Woke up at the butt crack of dawn to put all this stuff up because I gotta go to work. So as soon as I come back, we'll be hanging up the fan art, and I'm currently in communication with the sign person on Etsy. You see that? We'll see if it works out. If it works out, we're gonna keep their name in the video. Woodpeckersign. I like that name, but I think it's like a woodpecker, like the bird, not like I just hear like
what?
Well, it's like woodpecker. You know what I'm saying? Like pecker. Anyway, a little suggestive is all I'm saying.
Literally an animal that exists in nature.
Anyway, if it works out, then we're gonna keep their info in the video, in the description below to shout them out. But if not, then we've out their name and blurred out everything. I'm sure it'll be great though. Their work looks awesome. That's it though. I'll check back in once I'm back from a full shift. I just got back from work and look what has finally arrived. The sign. It actually came super quick. I have seen photos of it from the seller because I got super paranoid and thought I might have ordered the wrong thing. Didn't even ask them to send pictures actually, just asked them if the sign looked the way I thought it was gonna look. And shout out to the seller, they responded very quickly and sent some really cool photos. So I've seen it in photos, but not in real life. I'm gonna stop yapping. Let's just crack this bad boy open. Ooh. Can't wait. We said this in one of the previous videos too, by the way, but this is a wooden sign. And the reason that we went with a wooden sign is to hopefully reduce the glare. The last time we had was an acrylic sign, and with the studio lights that we put up, you could always see the reflection, the shine, the light shining in the sign. So much so that it would like obscure like a good portion of it if we didn't like tilt the light correctly. So hopefully this reduces some of that glare. Oh my God, here we go. 3, 2, 1. I feel like I'm opening a pizza box right now. Okay, that was a little false alarm. This is the actual reveal. Just imagine there's something else under this one too. 3, 2, 1. Oh! You can't make that up. Can't make this stuff up. Okay, whatever. Look at that. Oh my God, it looks perfect. Isn't it like amazing though? Like the
does smell woody.
It does, right? It does. It smells, like I said, like an old fashioned. Isn't the size perfect too? We were really worried about the size. Sizes are crazy.
All sizes matter.
All sizes matter. Because we did the stencils, we did, all of that. So I knew the measurements had to be right. I knew we couldn't have messed up that bad. But yeah, and we didn't. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. This is amazing. Incredible. We also got some LEDs, some new LEDs for the sign. Nothing special, just says LED strip lights. Yeah, this'll work. This'll work. Okay, let's move over now to the fan art wall. We got some command strips, got all the fan art up, and we'll show that to you now. These are some pieces of fan art, like we mentioned earlier, from some amazing oneers, really cool stuff from some really talented people that we need to get more frames to accommodate. So right now we just have it kind of hung up like this in such a way that we could take it off with these Velcro command strips if we need to. We really want this wall to be full from ceiling, not to floor, but from ceiling to printer. Sometimes life is hard. Sometimes YouTube is hard, and getting to look over and getting to see these pictures, these drawings, these pieces of art, they mean so much, and they really do energize us when we're super behind, or when it's super hot in here, or when we're just, feeling a little burnt out or discouraged. This is kind of like an inspo wall. So shout out to you guys. So we're gonna jump ahead a little bit into the future once I have hung the sign up and put the lights on, and all that will be left to show is the final reveal.
I did keep a lot of the same figures that I had on the shelf before. I kind of rearranged them a bit, but I am loving the way it looks now. It is still a bit busy, but these are the series that I am very passionate about. And even in the hexagons too, they're the perfect size. And I also love this little nook right here where the fan art wall is, with Nezuko on the top coming out of her box, and then Chopper with the two of us as One Piece TCG cards.
I got rid of way more figures than Megan got rid of, but I do think it just looks so much cleaner now, and I love it. And to, again, echo what she said, I kept figures that I really like based on characters that I really love and I want to highlight and I want to see. We also rearranged some of the artwork that we had. So there was always some of these pieces on this wall, but we took all of the straw hats and brought them all together. Shout out Weeb Armor. You can go to weebarmor.com and get some of these prints for yourself. They're super, super, super sick. What we would see before was a giant whiteboard with all the stuff that we planned to do, and a really, really messy, unorganized pile of hats on a shelf.
It was a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat on top of a hat.
We were staring at clutter, and we were staring at plans that we would inevitably, most likely, and probably not get to.
Getting rid of that and getting to see the series that we do want to talk about and are passionate about really helps a lot.
Shout out Beans. I can see the Wanted posters that he made for us. We got rid of this TV that we had, which is a huge fucking upgrade. It's way less headache, and we're getting to showcase manga, which is another thing that you rarely got to see on this set. We wanted to change things, but we wanted to keep them somewhat familiar. So it's still purple. It's a cooler purple, darker purple, but it's still purple. Still kept the white hexagons. They're just shelves now. You know what I mean? So it is the next phase. It's not a complete overhaul, but it is just hopefully the next step in the evolution of the channel, I guess, the aesthetic, I guess. You learn things and you grow as time goes on, and this does feel like an improvement, but still very reminiscent of the set that was that came before it. It's finally complete. A few hiccups, not as many hiccups as I thought. We did go over budget.
Oh, was it 500? Like
it wasn't 500.
Okay.
I think the budget was what, 200 to 250. I think it ended up being closer to 350. So it ended up being about $100 over budget, which isn't that bad. Thank you for following us along on this series. It's been one hell of a journey, one hell of a ride. Not just these vlogs, but the entire 5 years that we've been on YouTube and the 4 years that we've been in this space. Shout out to everybody who has been a part of this journey. Thank you just for all the support, for being here through like our ups and our downs, our good and our bad, our crazy, and our sane, which I don't know if we've ever been sane, but
no.
Yeah, no. But thank you guys for real, for all the support. We appreciate you guys so much. I guess the only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro that's always the same and never changes, which today, Megan, is
move that bus.
Okay, I like it. That's funny. Thank you for watching this video, this whole series. Thank you for hanging out with us, choosing to spend time with us. And until next time, move that bus!
Look, it's your studio. We redid the whole thing.
I hate it. Imagine that's my favorite like reaction is when people like don't like it.
They go, what?